The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to SmartVault and Liscio's webinar today. Daniel, I can see you. How are you doing?
Doing great, Chris. Great to see you.
Great to see you. I think we just hit the top of the hour, so people are pouring in. Let's give everybody a few minutes to get in and settle.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. How are things where you are today?
Very rainy, so if you hear some thunder and shaking, it's been pretty rainy here in Houston today. How about you?
That's all great here. It's a little sunny slash foggy in San Francisco, so yeah.
Cool.
Great. Let's see. Looks like the numbers are settling in here. Yeah, why don't we get going?
Let's do it.
Great. Well, it's great to have everybody. We're really excited about the content today for you all. I hope you'll all be excited about great companies coming together to save you time. That's the whole point. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the first slide here. So a little bit about us. My name is Chris. I'm one of the founders here at Liscio. I'm an accountant. I spent about 12 years in finance and accounting, got my CPA way back when with Arthur Andersen, and have spent the last 10 to 12 years in software, building software platforms for accountants. So this is really a big passion of mine, and I'm really pumped up to be here with you, Daniel. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Excellent. Hi, everybody. I'm Daniel Fritz. I'm the Director of Products here at SmartVault. I'm not an accountant like Chris is, but I've been in software for about 15 years, and most notably in both accounting and tax and in healthcare as well. So very pumped about the kind of just like us coming together and really making it, like you said, about our customers. So really ready, excited to get this thing kicked off.
Yeah, it's always fun to sit down with you, Daniel, because the smile in your picture here is as big as the one in real life. It's great. You're always full of energy. So this will be a lot of fun. All right.
Absolutely.
So quick agenda. We're going to go back and forth between the two of us today, but the idea here is we want to kind of recapture and frame up with the challenges that we're talking to a lot of firms about today. And we'll make sure that resonates with you all. And then we're going to talk a bit about best of breed. Why are we coming together? Why does Liscio plus SmartVault make a lot of sense? And we're going to show you. We're going to show you what we're up to, what we're building, maybe give you a few peeks into the future as well. And then we'll have plenty of time at the end here to do Q&A, because we know you all are expert. We know you guys have processes you want to make sure you understand and are going to make you as efficient as possible. So lots of room there today for Q&A. Okay?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So the challenge, big challenge for firms today really is time, right? And we're talking to accountants every day who are looking to recapture as much time as they can, not just for themselves, but also for their firms and for their clients. And the best way to do that is to cut down the amount of administrative work for everybody involved. We're talking about administrative work for yourselves, for your peers, and for your clients. So the tools we're all using today aren't doing enough together, especially when it comes to paperwork, all that paper shuffling. And that's going to be really the focal point of what we're going to talk about today. So I want to put this quote in front of you all to see how this feels. This is from Accounting Web earlier this up to 40 times searching for and gathering client documents. Big number, right? It means the average firm is losing 2 full days a week per person. This time isn't billable, this time isn't recoverable, and it's probably not how anybody wants to spend their day, right? It also means you can't take on more clients without bringing on more staff. It also means a lot more late nights and some weekend work too, right? And especially during peak season, that's when the stress comes, right? We shouldn't be having to do a lot of shuffling. We got to be really efficient. So what are we going to do about this, right? Can we bring the stress level down, right?
Absolutely. I think we can. And what we have also seen is over the last 18 months, we've seen that remote collaboration is here. And the most important thing that we can find for you guys, our customers, is to delight your clients. Because at the end of the day, they are using these systems 20 or 30 times more than even you are, because each one of those is in their own interaction. So having this ability to really collaborate with your clients and giving them the great experience, it's intuitive, easy, simplistic, and at the very paramount of everything, everybody has heard all about the cyber attacks. Cybersecurity is absolutely critical. If you're not in a SaaS-based, really secure platform, you could be at risk in those worlds. Because for us, that's why we came together. Because with Liscio and plus SmartVault, it really creates a secure and safe, great experience for both your clients and your internal staff as well.
Yeah, the pace of change out there, right? All the stuff we're using in our personal financial lives, it's moving really, really fast, right? And we as software developers are trying to be really, really fast in the accounting space as well.
That's right.
But our problem is a little bit different because there's so many different pieces to accounting, right? Actually, let's take a look at just how much stuff is going on. And I would imagine this is going to resonate with many of you out there, right? Most firms today, most firms that we talk to today have an awful lot of software, right? We have email, of course. A lot of firms, I'd say most, are texting at least a few of their clients, right? Clients want to text us, and we're not great at saying no, right? So next thing you know, we're getting texts during family time and brunch and that kind of thing. Some firms are using chat. I don't think it's a huge number. I'm gonna talk about chat with clients, but some clients want to chat or use Facebook Messenger or something like that. Then there's document sharing, of course. We have to have a DMS. Then we want to get paid, and clients don't want to send checks anymore. We want to get our money faster, so we add a payment solution. And then, of course, there's also document signature. So a lot of software creep here, right? And we're adding one piece at a time. And that can be pretty chaotic, not only for us inside the firm, but also for our staff and for our clients. So how are we going to deal with this, right? And this is really the crux, because this is where if our clients get lost or if we get lost internally, we start to feel a lot of pain. And we go out on tax Twitter once in a while and see what's happening out there. But I want to put a few of these up for us to kind of quickly review. Laura Lynn Wilson, right? She puts out a tax survey on tax Twitter in May. How many clients are you firing after tax season ends? Number one answer: all. I quit. Right? Okay, that's not great. And Kyle says, "Ugh, I feel your pain. Being paperless has its perks, but there's something to be said for receiving an envelope from the client, scanning it all in, and that's it." Right? Constant barrage from 26,592 different sources is a nightmare to keep track of.
Absolutely.
Sarah concurs. I've got secure portal. So far this year, I've gotten docs via portal, paper, email, text, Dropbox, Google Docs, link to Camp Scanner. So clients are trying to get stuff in the easiest way they can, the easiest way they know how, right? They want to participate, and they're doing it in what makes sense to them, but it's a total mess on the accountant side, right? Sarah M says, so true. I'm so close to losing my blank with the millions of ways clients send docs. And then we're waiting, right? So we're waiting. We did all our work. Now we need to get the client to sign, but now we're waiting to get them on file. And then some of the clients are just fed up and they're leaving. You know, Linda says, today's the day you realize your client fired you without telling you. So critical relationships. We got to feel great about our clients. We got to feel great about our jobs. We want our clients to feel great about working with us too, right? So how do we do that? How do we get our arms around it? And that was really what started to really prompt the discussion between SmartVault and Liscio, right, Daniel?
That's absolutely correctly, because it's time for us as software providers to really work together to help our firms succeed. Because at the end of the day, what Liscio is going for with the absolutely beautiful client interaction piece, the ability to really limit those silos and get in there, it aligns very nicely with SmartVault's capabilities of document archive, document storage, client portal. We also have some other unique tools we'll talk about in a little bit, but this, at the end of the day, our missions are really aligned. And that is just the start of our relationship here, because for us, creating a beautiful end-to-end experience for clients all the way through, from the staff, gathering documents, capturing that, and just going around the entire experience all the way to delivering the tax returns and then archiving for years to come. That is really what we're all about. So for us, SmartVault's mission, thank you, Chris, is all about being that central document destination that allows an adoption of fully digital automated document workflow. We're highly secure, and we support any of those regulatory compliances: GDPR, CCPA, FINRA, SEC. You've got it. You name it, we've got it. And when we put all of that together, we can support a lot of different tech stacks. And that's really to this best of breed. So when you have SmartVault, we got the document storage piece, and then that leads me directly into Liscio.
I love it. I mean, as a founder here, we want to do everything we can do in our area of expertise, and it's totally adjacent to yours and totally complementary. And so why don't we be masters of our realms where we can really add breakthrough value, new value, instead of recreate something else somebody else is doing really well. So our mission, as we said, is complementary, right? We want to empower firms of all sizes to put their clients first. So we're not looking so much toward the back office as much as we're looking to deliver secure mobile online solutions for exchanging, for working with those clients to be really seamless in their lives, right? So we want to increase their engagement with you. We want to deepen their connection to the firm. And we call this client experience 2.0, right? And so that's really our whole purpose, our whole reason for being. So peanut butter and chocolate, right? How do we bring that all together? So maybe what we can do is start to kind of get into how our working together is going to be easy for clients and really provide that robust organization for staff. So Liscio, if you're not familiar with Liscio, just a couple of quick sound bites, and we're going to show you some parts of the product, but in general, just to tee this up, we want to get you down to that single point of entry for clients. And if you can get everything in one place, whether it's communication, signatures, document scanner, file access, and that's client-facing file access, right? Not the full file folders you have for everybody in the firm. Task lists and payments. If you bring all that together, it makes a lot of sense, right? It's kind of like what we do with our banks. We have statements, I should say, 1099 INT. So really make it easy, really make it simple. That's what we're all about. And when you do that, this is Janelle Padula. She's down in Longwood, Florida, team of 4, right? She was able to do 150 more tax returns in 2020 with no increase in staff and no overtime. So if clients get you to work on time and you're not chasing them, how much more productive can you be? And if you are more productive, it's going to translate into more revenue for the firm, more revenue per employee, and more profit in proportion, right? And potentially give you a lot of free time back. We love the no overtime bit, right? That's huge, huge, huge change in quality of life. So we're really excited about that, and we thank Janelle for the quote there.
Absolutely. And so when we think about this best of breed solution for being that accounting firm's back office and workflow efficiency, it all starts with having that central document repository. So like Chris said, everything in Liscio is very client facing, but you need to massage those docs. And what we can do here at SmartVault is we pull those documents in. We have desktop apps, what I'm going to show today. Chris will show you bits and pieces of the map drive. And also at the end of the day, your clients will have access to this cloud portal. If they ever need to see any historical documents, it's all going to be really, really structured in the approach that we do for that. So leading into an integration for this best of breed, what we're doing is, go ahead and click in, Chris, there we go. Integrations, we want to lead into this best of breed approach. So we can handle the tax software, your client communication will be something along the lines of Liscio. And then of course, all of our document fetching and accounting tools. So we have integrations there, and then intelligent document organization. So SmartVault utilizes DocuSign. We have folder templates so that all of your tax engagements and interactions are all the same. And so it adds a level of familiarity to your clients anytime they're looking for past years, maybe they want to buy a car. And also we have some bulk send actions that really help that. And of course, at the end of the day, guys, we all jump in and we are completely secure on the background. We satisfy all those different regulations and mandates. But don't just take it from me. Don Brolin utilizes the tech stack of SmartVault plus Alert plus DocuSign, and she's going to be adding Liscio in 2021, which will be super exciting. But they're a 3-person shop, and they were able to reduce the number of clients on extensions by 75%. And just think about this amongst everything that's happening in the world today. Don says that 2020 was the smoothest that she's experienced in 20 years. And that's absolutely heartwarming to hear from our side. And I can't wait, Chris, until she gets Liscio this next year, and we're going to really like push it forward.
Super awesome stuff. So technology is coming along. We're trying to keep up. We're trying to keep up with you all. So what are we going to do? Why don't we show you how this whole thing works? And we're going to go back and forth on this a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and share my entire screen. And I want to show that whole screen. Okay, this will be coming through in just a second. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes. We can still hear you, Chris.
Okay, good. It beach balled on me for a second there, so I was a little worried. All right, and you should be seeing the demo screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring my phone into the mix here. And so imagine this is the client experience on the phone, and then this is Liscio for you as a firm. So what we're going to do today is, a lot of times the work that we're performing as accountants is more or less repetitive, right? We have a lot of similar motions, okay? So let's say it's tax season and we have a client that we need to get a Form K-1 that's outstanding, okay? What I'm going to do is, in Liscio, you can send messages and create tasks. The nice thing about tasks is we can go ahead and automatically remind clients if they haven't completed something, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit task. And I'm gonna send something to Christine, client, 1040. And this is just a tax example. Obviously, you can use this for client accounting services, bookkeeping, etc. Subject is, I need to get a Form K-1. So I have a schedule K-1 reminder template. And so the whole point here is we can save moments, and all of these moments stack up, right? We can let her know what the due date is, we can make it recurring, all that kind of thing. But really what I want to do is I want to get that Form K-1 from her. So I just created a task. And the nice part about that is it's going to go straight to her phone. We'll also send her an email, okay? And she can log in online on her phone, or she can log in on her laptop or tablet, doesn't matter. The point is it's really, really easy. She can tap on the reminder. Let's just use the phone for now. But for her experience, what she's going to do is log in with her face, right? Just Face ID, okay? And when she does, she's going to pop into Liscio and she's going to see what is outstanding for her. So she has inbox 1 and she has 2 outstanding tasks. So we're not putting her into email. We're not putting her into email to go do this, because when we do that, guess what? She'll see a bunch of other emails from clients, from her coworkers, etc., and probably get distracted, and then we wait. So instead of that, we keep her attention. We keep her attention, and we keep her organized, right? So my tasks too. So okay, schedule K-1 reminder. I gotta do that. So she's never confused as to whether or not she owes you anything. So she'll tap that. Your friendly reminder provides schedules K-1 as you receive them. Please use the Liscio scanner app for any paper copies. Okay, great. Well, I got a paper copy here. So I'm going to hit attach, and I'm going to scan document. So I hit scan document, it brings up the scanner. I can do this with one hand. It'll just go ahead, figure out where those edges are, and it's going to go ahead and grab that photo. Now, you all can't read that, but you can read that, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll trim it up, make sure it looks great for you. It's going to be OCR ready, etc. We even turn it into a PDF, okay? So I'm done with that. She uploads the file, and she could, those features allow her to take 20 copies of, or 20 different photos she wants. We'll put it into one single PDF for you. Okay, great. So she sent us that, and the task has completed. So back on my home screen, I can see as a firm, I'm going to go ahead and move this off here. I can see as a firm that just came back. So I can go ahead and open it up. It's going to say I created the task 2 minutes ago. She attached the file. She marked it a review less than a minute ago. We can peek in and see the file. Great. So that's the picture we just took. Looks good. That's what we wanted. So this is where the magic comes in with SmartVault. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on download, since I have what I want. I'll click on download here. And then this is going to be a form K1. And if you look where I am here, actually, I am in the tax year 2020 folder. I'm already in SmartVault, okay? I'm already in SmartVault. So what I can do is I can say this is going to be a source document, form K1 for Daniel, okay?
Sounds great.
And I'm going to save it there. So it's right in SmartVault already. Super, super easy. And with that, Daniel can go ahead and pick it up and show us what happens next.
All right. I'm going to jump over and I'm going to go show my screen here. We'll make this one the clean document. So as Chris was showing a mapped drive portion. Can you guys see my screen here, Chris?
Yeah, it just popped up. Perfect.
All right, perfect. So there are multiple different ways to access SmartVault. So Chris, being on a Mac, is leveraging the map drive. That's one of the easiest ways to do it. A lot of people on a Mac, on a Windows-based machine would use our connected desktop, which I'll be demoing with Lacert here in just a second. This is also a web version of this. So as I navigate to my clients, or I can go directly into my files and folders, I can choose that client. That was Christine client, and I can find her, and then you'll see here's that same tax folder that Chris was just using. All of these files exist in the same location. There are no local copies. Nothing is synced onto Chris's machine. Everything goes to SmartVault's cloud. So if you get anything like that, change your SmartVault password, and no documents have now left on your stolen laptop. But as I go into the TY20, here I can see all those different areas, and I can go into those source documents, and here's that form K1 for Daniel that he just took a picture of, and the file preview is still processing on my side. It'll be available for us in just a couple of minutes. But you can see these are the different files that Chris has funneled into here, into SmartVault. So as an accountant, when I am prepared and ready to do these different files, I can download them, put them in, and start utilizing them in Lacert. So as far as other tools that SmartVault brings to the table, Liscio is wonderful in that communication area. But what we can also do is that you can add your clients, and we have all of the folder structure that's associated with that. So anytime I create a client, so in this case, Christine client, I automatically get these folders created. And that is just the beginning of the structure, because we can then go into these different areas, and I have a TY20 here. I can go into my clients and create a lot of different types of engagements. So as I come here to Christine client, I can say create new engagements. We have tax engagements, financial services, investment, payroll, and each of these have their own subset of organization with regards to what you're doing. And we have different access and controls for each of those different types of interactions. So I suffice all of that to say, at the end of the day, when we showed earlier that a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, 40% of your time is looking for documents. When you have this structure, and one of the most recent tools that we have added is this request docs functionality. So if you come in here and you're gonna say, let's pull up Christine client, and I'm gonna utilize an individual template, I can directly request all these documents to funnel directly into SmartVault. Here's a little sneak peek of things that are coming. This is going to be able to be funneled through, and a link to this request is going to come straight from Liscio. And that's what we're really excited about as we jump in towards tax season, being able to create this request doc, as we call it, and having Liscio funnel that through. This is just the beginning of our relationship and our partnership and dedication to you guys as our customers and your clients to make sure that we are the best of breed technology.
Yeah, we're listening, right? We're listening to everything that talking about the stuff coming in. So we get to kind of pick and choose what works best. And we got a question for you, Daniel.
Sure.
Mel was asking, are the folder names simple?
Absolutely. You have complete control and it changed exactly. You could change correspondence to email. So let me jump into Christine's area there. So as I come in here, I can have 3 folders here. I could have 300 folders here. If you really wanted to get really nitty gritty here, you can also embed those different interactions, what we call engagements. You can have your tax ones, you can have wealth management, and to where they're all organized together. And also, once this is shared over to Christine, we actually have shared folder indicators that'll show which ones have visibility to your clients, so you can make sure that you are differentiating between the ones that are client facing. As you see, these 3 have the word client in them versus 3 internal folders. So that's a great question. Yes, you have all of these client organizers, client source documents. You have complete control not only of the name, but what goes inside of them, how many subfolders they have, and their access and notification settings. So huge.
Great.
So, okay, so we've got, so let's kind of set the stage. So we have those documents that we got from Chris here. So we have them in the source documents. I can see them there. Maybe some of those documents came from a request doc, and I am ready to go as an accountant. Let me pull up Liscio. Now I only have 2 clients in here. I have my wife and Christine client. But as I come through here, once you have completed all of this and you're ready to print those returns, I simply need to click return. In both Pro Series and Liscio, we have a direct integration. So I have the ability to choose SmartVault from the interface itself, or we have a specific a tool called an auto filer that if you're printing from, say, CCH, Thomson Reuters, or any of your favorite tax application, we can route those directly in there or use the same map drive that Chris was using just a few moments ago. So as I go ahead and I'm going to skip on hitting OK on this one because I actually have those ready to go in my connected desktop. So we're showing you all different ways that you can see this. And remember, all of these documents are living within SmartVault. They're not on these individual silos repository. So this is just another visibility into those. As I client tax returns, I can see that I've got both of those, the government copy and the client copy ready to go. And also internally, I have the prepare file and the other option as well. So at this point, once you have done those things, I'm going to hand it back over to Chris, and he's going to take it from here.
Awesome, Daniel. I love that integration with the tax software, right? It just goes straight in. So now we've got all this great stuff that's been put into SmartVault, and now we need to deliver it to the client, right? So client delivery, we want to make sure the client can not only get it now, but also be able to find it again later. So I'm gonna go ahead and show my screen here, and here it comes. Okay, so that should be coming through. Looks good.
You can see it.
Great. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and show you how directly from Liscio you can pull a file from SmartVault. And our point here is we want to deliver the client copy, right? The client copy and the prepare copy are all in SmartVault right now, but we want to target the client copy and serve it to the client securely, quickly, right to their device so they can get it no matter where they are. What we're going to do for that case is we're going to send a message to the client, okay? Message is going to go to Christine client. And we do her 1040 and we do her books. I'm going to pick the 1040. So now it's nice and compartmentalized. We can find it later. If we're super excited about it, we can notify her via text. We talked about this earlier, right? How a lot of firms are texting their clients. We want to give you your phone back. And the way you do that is you get them on the app. And if they text you, use the app to get back and use the notify via text. So they're going to know you're texting them, but it's not going to happen through your personal phone, okay? It's going to happen through Liscio. And then I want to send maybe a tax return draft, okay? Again, use a template. The complete initial draft is attached here. Please review, right? So you don't have to type stuff over and over. And then I'm going to go ahead and browse for that file. So I'm going to click on SmartVault, okay? And I'm going to go into clients, and I'm going to find Christine client there, and I want to find her tax information and tax return. Earlier, and we know. So I'm going to pick that on 2021. Once I come recover it, she'll know exactly what to look for, and I'll send that. So no surprise here. goes right to her phone and to her email, okay? Tax return, we complete initial draft. She can tap on that, brings her into Liscio. She can pop it open, and that cert prepared tax return is right here, okay?
Look at that.
Super, super easy. And if she ever wants to find it again later, she has right in Liscio all of her files, okay? So see how it took us probably, what was it, fewer than 30 seconds to take something from SmartVault and securely deliver it to a client right to their phone.
It's awesome. Just awesome.
Super sweet. Super sweet. Yeah, if she ever wants to come in here and find her files later, her tax returns will be right on top. We've got a ton of files in here, but it's right on top. And she can always come in here too and say, look, I want my tax return from 2020, and she can go ahead and quickly target those files. And we're gonna see that's gonna bring up that, there's a Form 1040, anything else, right? But it's right on top, from Chris Farrell, 2020 on 8/18, right? That's it. Super, super easy, right? That's the whole point. Save you minutes every single time you go through a motion, far less administrative non-value added work. We're super, super excited about that. As Daniel was mentioning, this is the trailhead. We get to do even questions today that are going to really pique our interest and give us a lot of things to take back to product and development again. But let's go ahead and do a quick recap here, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. So as we saw Chris take those first initial files, so when he was reaching out to Christine saying, hey, I need certain files, you request those documents, you can determine what clients they need, and then he just slid that document into that source document folder, that template. However, you guys decide to hold on to that information. And then once you have that inside of your SmartVault, you can then hand it over to your back office and start processing those areas.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So then what we saw today was we could seamlessly take documents from SmartVault and send them to the client using Liscio, right? So that integration, super slick. You know, we got to use the message templates to draft a message, choose the file, send it, and it goes right to whatever device you're using, desktop, laptop, tablet, mobile phone, and they can view it there, and they can switch devices. It'll always look the same. You'll always keep their attention, and you're not worried about having EINs and SSNs running across email. So publication 4557 is becoming a bigger and bigger deal. IRS is saying don't do that. Make sure you don't do that anymore. We're going to get everybody into a really nice habit here, just like we have that great habit with our banks, right?
That's right.
Great. So we are at the 32-minute mark. So we have plenty of time for questions and all that kind of thing. I saw some questions coming in. And we want to run a poll too. So I know we have a whole team of SmartVault and Liscio team members behind us. Do we want to run the poll now? Anybody want to kind of chime in with questions?
Someone jump in and run the poll. There we go. Thanks, team. So the question is do you want us to come talk to you guys? Please select the software vendor or vendors that you'd like to know more information about. So you can have the option to select SmartVault, Liscio, and you can choose SmartVault and Liscio. And of course, nobody choose no thank you, because you guys are, of course, super interested in everything that we're showing today.
I love it. I love it. Softball questions here for everybody today.
That's right.
Softball Wednesday. Great.
Give it another 5 seconds or so. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to let those people in the background, our awesome support staff, shout out to all those guys helping put this together and making this thing happen. I've had such a blast today so far, Chris. I'm ready to answer some questions.
Let's fire them up. Let's fire them up. Let's keep it going. So let's see. I think we're going to have to do all the questions from the question side here. I got a question about, let's see. What about storing actual data files instead of using Office 365? Absolutely. Absolutely do that. That's a yes. What about 50-page K1s? So if you have a 50-pager, the client can keep on snapping photos using the app, or chances are they're getting it electronically. They can go ahead, drag and drop it right into Liscio. That'll be an easy one. Okay, so Liscio has a drag and drop in the browser. or you can just hit the upload button and we'll allow them to select it. So drag and drop for just file upload. You can do that on the phone or on the web. We talked about customizable folders. Question from Robert is, seems like it works well for single page requests, but maybe not for multi-page. So it might be worth doing a quick demo here. So I was moving fast earlier, and what I'd like to do is I'll show you how to do multi-page since we have a bit of time. So changing my screen here. Okay, stop showing. I'll show screen 2. Okay, great. So I'm bringing you back. If you want to do multi-page, what I'd like to do is I'm going to pop out here, go back to my home screen, and if I want to attach something with more than one page, I can add attachments, scan document. We can also import files from Box or Dropbox, whatever it might be, okay? But I'm going to hit scan. Now, I'll do one page here like this, okay? So that captures one page. Now, that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And then I've got a button on the bottom right to add another image, okay? So I'll add a second image here, which is a Form 8879, and that'll come through. And you can continue to do that one after another. So when you're doing that, what's nice about it is we're going to go ahead and put all of these together into a single PDF for you. Okay, that'll still come through as a single PDF. So keep on shooting shots. Don't worry about the one page or multi-page. That's all going to work out well.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in here, Chris. We had one of the question was, what is the difference between having my clients access their tax documents and returns via SmartVault versus Liscio? So because they are living in multiple places, it's a continuity of those pieces of information. However, with Liscio, you get the big benefit of being able to notify via text. You have the different tools of collaboration, whereas SmartVault in the long run is really an archive of all the different documents that are associated there. So what we have seen is a lot of those clients are saying, hey, I just want the one tax return so I can see that, not necessarily all the different pieces that are necessary on the SmartVault side of things.
Yeah, it's a matter of choice. I think clients are going to have options, right? Clients are going to have options. If the files are in SmartVault, they're enjoying that, great, they're already there. That's the whole point, right? They're everywhere that you want them and need them to be for you and for their clients.
Yeah, and we have one more assigned over here to me, and that is, how do we link our SmartVault account and the client Liscio accounts? So that's done on the Liscio side. Chris, do you want to walk us through that real quick? It's in that integrations area.
Yeah, so linking the accounts is really simple. So it's super awesome. And then I'm going to go ahead and show my screen. Let's see, that's screen 2 coming through. Okay, let me go ahead and navigate real quick. So I'm going to go over, we have this third-party apps section, okay? This third-party apps section. And what I'd like to do.
I think we are just seeing the Q&A right now, Chris.
You are. So what I'm going to do is, see if there's a way I can do this a little bit smarter. There it is. Okay. Here we go. So we've got a whole bunch of third-party apps we can connect. So if you want to connect SmartVault, it's as easy as clicking the connect button. Okay. Hit connect, and it's going to go ahead and ask you for your SmartVault credentials. SmartVault is going to actually launch SmartVault and create a key. You're going to bring that back, paste that key here, and once you've done that, you're good. It's literally that easy.
Super simple.
Seconds. Yeah. And we got another question, Daniel, about how can we link clients with folders? Can we link clients with folders? I think the answer is not yet, but
not yet. Yeah, very much so coming. So very similar to what you saw with our integration with Lacert into SmartVault. Me and Chris and the development teams are working together to really hone that together, because once you have a client within, say, your tax software, we link that, create those clients within SmartVault, and what we're going to do is we're going to complete that trifecta and that best of breed to where you automatically have all that information that's funneling from SmartVault into Liscio, so you have an accurate account. Very similar to what I was talking about with those request document templates that we have, those funneling through directly from Liscio is where our North Star is right now, is making it to where Liscio stands as that client communication piece, and we are just the central document repository in the back. It's like I said, we know what we're really good at, and Liscio knows what they're really good at, and frankly, we complement each other left and right, and so that's why we're so excited about this.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is Daniel hand us the keys, right, to the API points, and then we did this with Carbon actually. So if I go to Liscio Admin Integrations, what you're going to see is in this third party, no, I don't want that one, I want this one, Admin Integrations, okay, here, Carbon, View Details, Liscio, Carbon, we have SmartVault here. So you can actually have an account here that can be mapped to a SmartVault folder. So when you go ahead and click add from SmartVault from that account, it'll put you directly in the right folder. Okay, it's really, really intelligent stuff. And the way we already have the linking and delinking engine built, Carbon HQ 1, 2, 3, 4 aren't the right ones that should be together. We can actually unlink them. Okay. Like auto suggest. Let's go ahead and do auto suggest here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Want to do something like that, what we can do is we can actually, if this ADA designs doesn't exist, let's say in Liscio, I can click it to create it. Or if I have one that doesn't exist in SmartVault, I can actually probably click it and create it in SmartVault too. So it's going to take a lot of the manual labor out of aligning accounts and then creating accounts on either side. So lots of opportunity there, lots of low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm kind of fishing for additional questions here. Do you see any, Daniel?
There's tons that are out there that I'm seeing. I'm looking for ones that are really pricing is what we're also seeing as well. So I mean, pricing is, I know for SmartVault, pricing is based by user, and it's on our website. You can definitely go to smartvault.com/pricing. I'm not sure what the URL is for Liscio's pricing, but
Liscio.me, we have a pricing section as well. So super affordable. You know, you get unlimited support from us. We actually support your clients too. We support your end users. So you saw how easy it is, but if they can't, for whatever reason, get it to work on a tablet, they can talk to us. They can chat us. You can actually even see chat right on our site. We have US-based phone support for everybody.
Yeah. One of the other ones we're seeing, Chris, is a lot of e-signatures. So let me jump into that one because depending on, frankly, interacts a lot with Adobe. We have a pay-as-you-go model for DocuSign, which you can request directly out of SmartVault, or we also have a DocuSign subscription option. So for $10 per month per user, you can just use whatever you need and send all the e-signatures from SmartVault. So it's really, if you have one or the other, you can also just bring those accounts. If you have a DocuSign account with us, you can Adobe Sign today, absolutely use it through Liscio. Then that's one of the best ways to go through that. I know that was one that came through quite a few times. Tons of questions. Thank you guys for making this so much fun for me and Chris. We have so many questions.
Yeah, I got a great one. How does client add their own docs without you asking? We love that one. This is probably one of the biggest changes in client behavior that everybody wants to drive, which is usually, if you think about the old way, people used to get all their tax stuff, let's say, or get all their accounting stuff. What would they do with it? They'd throw it in a corner somewhere, maybe put in a shoebox until they're ready. And then they would hand us stuff all at once, probably late in the game. But what if we get the client behavior to change, which is actually for their benefit and for ours? What if when the client opens their mail and they get something that they need to get to us, what if they said, oh, I got this, I'm going to open Liscio, use the scanner that second and send it to us, and then they can recycle it, right? Way better, because they're never going to lose anything. They're totally on top of the game. They're going to feel great about the experience. And it's going to eliminate all that mental overhead. And guess what? We don't have to wait. It's just coming in naturally. And so as all that stuff comes in, you can review it, ask questions in the moment, and it'll just stay in Liscio. You can go ahead and collect all that tax stuff. And then when you're ready to work on it, just take it, ship it over to SmartVault, right? Put it in the source docs folder, do all your annotations, all your work in SmartVault, and you'd be all set. But Liscio is a great way to help clients stay organized in the moment, not waiting and setting things aside and being disorganized. So love that question. That's a behavior we're going to help you drive, one that's really, really important.
Yeah, one of those other areas that kind of fall into that also, especially as we think about the future, one of the request docs functionalities at SmartVault, you would actually be notified. So you can take the same approach. We go through Liscio, find that link, go into SmartVault, and you'll have that checkbox, that list of all the documents that you're expecting. And the same principle, you just use the phone, take the picture, it uploads. And then once they have completed all of the required files, your clients can hit submit. So you guys just get one single email that says, hey, Fritz is done with his section, Christine Klein is done with hers, and then you guys truly have a workflow that's coming in place that Liscio is still, you're able to communicate, have those conversations, and then obviously have all the documents being stored.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Got another one here, Daniel. When messages received from a client in Liscio, or will messages received from a client in Liscio be filed in SmartVault? The answer is if you want them to. If you want them to. So what we would do is in Liscio, and I'll go ahead and show my screen here just briefly. In Liscio, I've got this message from a client, and I want this to be in SmartVault. What I can do is I can print. I'm going to print it straight into SmartVault. I'm going to print it as a PDF, okay? And what I'll do is, this is right in the source documents file of Christine Client, okay? So I can put it under tax year 2020 if I want. And what we're going to see here is I'm going to call this message 8879. Please read before, whatever it might be, before preparing the return, okay? I can go ahead and file that under, actually, yeah, it probably goes well under source docs, right? So let's put it under source docs and let's save. That correspondence is now in SmartVault, literally that easy. So great question in there. But there's a lot of innovative ways I think you're going to find to use our two products. And if we can't do it, then definitely let us.
Yeah.
All right. Kind of picking through a few more here.
Is there any others that you were seeing specific, Chris, that you're wanting to jump in on?
I think I'm good. We have a lot of pretty good point questions here. There's a question about, is there a Liscio app for PC, not just phone? There's a phone app, and yes, there's absolutely a browser experience for Liscio. Might be worth my showing that just for a second here. This is going to be, and you've seen the Liscio phone experience quite a bit already today, so this is going to look really familiar. This is Liscio for Christine Client. This is Liscio for Christine Client. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of go back here on my phone just so you can compare the two. But you saw the Inbox 2 and you saw the My Task 1 on the phone. Exactly the same look and feel. So when they move back and forth between the two, it's easy. Okay. But I think we covered just about everything here, Daniel.
I think so.
If we didn't get to you, we're going to print this out. We're going to have our teams reach out and answer the questions that we have. So everybody, if we didn't get to you, I apologize now, but we will get back to you in short order here. Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you all for attending. We really love seeing you all here. I hope this made sense to everybody. I hope you had as much fun as we did. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Daniel, awesome as always.
Yeah, likewise, Chris. Thank you so much for helping this put together. And also thanks to the Liscio marketing team, SmartVault marketing team for helping coordinate this. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the future as we continue to make this an awesome partnership and really pushing to your clients. So thanks, everyone.
All right. Appreciate you all. Take care now. Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.